All right. Sorry about that. My microphone was unplugged for some reason, and I forgot to plug it back in. Weird. Okay, yeah, just having fun, just kind of update. I'm messing around at the moment with the harp. So, trying out different things. I want to just, as I said before, just give you stuff that isn't your typical stereotypical stuff. So, I'm doing a lot of I'm going to increase this to 86. Messing around is what I'm gonna call it, for lack of better words. Let me open up my iPad so I can see and hear. So give me 1 second while I do that. Then I can visit my channel and listen to make sure. Plus, I can see any comments if they show up in the section here. All right, yeah. So here's a harp. This harp is from. Let me show it to you. Ample Sounds. They call it a Konghao, I think. That's how you pronounce that, Konghu. And it's set to F Hippotonic, which I don't really understand that scale, but I don't care. I like it. And then I started with playing this little riff. So here's what I got. I want to increase this volume on these just a little bit more. All right, cool. And then this one, bring it up. And this overall volume on this first part right here needs to come up a little bit. All right, let's try that. I'll listen to it again. I'm going to put it in a loop. So I am literally just playing these in. Whatever comes to my mind and sounds good, that's what I'm rolling with. Um, but I will go back and fix stuff if I think it's just way out of pocket. Like some of this needed to be fixed a little bit. So there's something in here that's a little off in my mind or opinion. Let's see if I can figure it out. Yeah, that sounds terribly off. So let me see. I feel like it needs to be. Maybe we can get rid of that note. That may be a accidental note. Dun, 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 dun. These notes are definitely off. I'm just trying to see, should they go that way? Let me see. Feels like this note shouldn't be there. I may have to play that beginning part again just because it doesn't sound the way I imagined it in my head. Hmm. Or the other way around this is if you just, if it's a certain part, like maybe this part's off, and see, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna roll with 5. I'm gonna see what that sounds like. and then just put them together. Definitely don't like that at all. So we're gonna fix it by undoing it. I'm gonna pull back what we had originally and see if I can just work with that. If not, I'll play it all again. That's kind of my method generally. Generally, I'll just play it all again just because. But let me put some of these notes back that were here the way they were and just see if I can work from there. It just seems too fast right now. I like the second part to it though. I think that sounds good. Like everything from here sounds good. Maybe I get rid of this note, keep this part, and then just play that first part again. Now I gotta try to remember what I played because I just messed around. I wasn't really thinking about it at the time. All right, let's see if I can figure this out. Oops. That was kind of interesting, a little different, but let's see if it works. I think I'm just gonna play it all over again because I like bits and pieces of it, but I want it to sound a certain way. So let's see. Okay, I have something different, but it'll work. Not bad. I like the overall vibe of this harp sounding. I'm calling it a harp because I don't really know what it is, but I think it's a harp. Now I'm gonna put some drums in there just to give it a feel and see how it fits. So the drums may or may not be included in this, depending on what I feel. But I got this Black Oyster kit has just been really working with me lately, and I like it. Um, I'm just trying to find the retro. This is what I want, the retro stuff. All right, we'll start with this one. Go middle, and then we'll use the verse. And the sync off. And this is just to fill in, just to give me a idea, so see what it sounds like. interesting. Let's put some effects on this and see what we come up with. I'm gonna try. Hey, what's up, hero? What's up, man? Yeah, I'm still working on packs and trying to find things to use here. I'm gonna go back to the room and put. I dropped it on the wrong one. Since I've been using this lately, try to get my money's worth, they say, out of stuff like this because I typically don't use it that much. So let's see what that sounds like. I'm gonna leave it alone because it kind of sounds good enough for me. I am gonna go mess with some of these other effects though. I'm a firm believer in just trying stuff that you normally don't mess with. Sometimes will get you something interesting that you might want to keep. Rhythmic textures, soundscapes. I'm always with it, but you might have to turn down the dry wet to make it. Let me just see. We'll just try something. See. So I'm actually thinking about leaving it alone because then you guys, once you get the free pack, then you can get in there and shape it the way you want it to be. Whereas if I put too much stuff on it, then it kind of makes you have to settle for what it is. So I kind of want to leave it open now that I think about it. But let's see if there's another instrument. I like to have three or four, each session have three or four things that you can pull from. And so far I've done two. Well, this will be the second one today. So I'm doing like trying to do like three or four and get them done. And the reason why is because everything is going to be something just for you to take and take it to the next level wherever you want it to go. So let's try Diva. I haven't used Diva much. So let's go check some presets. Or C keys. Stuff is real crazy. There's a lot of presets here. Pads, etc. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. Let me try something with that. Right here we go. Hold on. All right, so cranking out some stuff. That's pretty cool. It's different. It'll give you something. Even if you don't use these together, you can always put it in something else and move it around. It's just an idea. And these are just some kind of more like rock drums from the 60s, soul rock drums. Let me do this because I know I've heard this 100 times now that the volume is too loud on the music and you can't hear the voice. Mind you, I'm not talking over the song parts while it's playing. I'm actually playing something, so I can't. But I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit so it doesn't distort. Hopefully that helps for anybody that may be watching. So if you hear the keys, that's literally me hitting the keys. The sample won't have that in it. Okay, I don't want to put those keys in because I feel like you should add your own keys when it comes to that. This is everything but that. I'm gonna go with some type of horn, I think. Yeah, I think we're gonna go that route. And I'll grab the tenor and let's adjust that. Okay, cool. Let's go to the MIDI mapping and see if it. I gotta write into this company, actually both companies, because I'm not sure if they have to send it in themselves for mapping, but I think Swam should be mapping this to this keyboard, in my opinion. Let's go back to MPE. The Observer of Thoughts. Wow, that is a dope name. I have to admit, I like that. Interesting. I'm really fascinated with that, man. That's cool, man. How you doing? It's good to see you. Let me see. I gotta check the sensitivity on the Osmos. Here we go. See, this isn't really the best setting for this because it's not giving me the full But for whatever reason, I don't know what other setting to try. I'm gonna set it as the default so it just comes in. All right, cool. I'm so used to not having MPE on this, but for now, I'm gonna work with it. You turn it off MPE. See if I can. Nope. Crazy. Okay, so I'm digging where it's going, and I'm just gonna get it together. I think I will include some of these drum riff samples that I'm gonna do. Um, and you can always throw them away if you don't like them, but at least they're there to give you a reference, and then just take the parts you want and build up from there. So, all right, so let me try to add this saxophone. This is gonna be more like a solo, so you can take bits and pieces of that or chop the solo up and use it. And I'm gonna always try to include 3 to 4, for sure 3, but at least 4 parts would be nice. That's the plan, at least at the moment. So now I'm just gonna play. Get back to this. like some of that ending that I did in there. Let me do this down here. Oops, that was a mistake. Put this down here. And some of this I actually dig. So let's start it right there. Ooh, okay. I like this little riff here as a loop around, if that makes sense. Oh, did it cut off some of this? Hold up. I'm gonna just fix this. So this one has to go. I'm gonna have to, yeah, put that one on. All right, cool. And then give me, put this one on. I need another part here, so we'll option this one over here. Okay, cool. So now we have at least two parts to go. So this is what I'm gonna do. I like this piece down here, but this is gonna have to be quantized just because it's too off. And I like this one right here. So this part I'm gonna get rid of. Let's just do this. I'm just taking these little pieces right here, these little parts, and adding it to it. So see how it has like 5 through 7, but I need it to go 5 through 8 technically. So what we'll do is we'll copy this, bring it over here, and on the 4th bar I'll change the ending of it so that it's different. And then we'll leave this one in place, and then we will take this part over here, and then I'll add in another little riff, kind of similar but different to this. So let's see. Let's listen to it and I can get a vibe for something like that. Let's see. Oops. Get rid of this, bring this back. This is the beauty of MIDI capture, not having, you could just play it, and then when you hit it, you're cool, you roll it. Okay, cool. And if you can sing it, sometimes that's better. I'm not a singer, but hum it. I'm gonna say hum for lack of better words. So I'm gonna do is we have, let's see, how many bars is this? This is a full bar. I'm gonna get rid of this and bring this in. And then this is gonna be its own part. There you go. Let's just see how that works. Okay, so that's a little piece for you to add in if you want to use it or use some of it. And let's do this, increase this one just a little bit. So when you mix these up, obviously you want to play as much as you can, but if you decide to do something like take these with the same riff here, so one of the ways I do it to keep it from sounding too, you know, the same, like you just took a little small loop and looped it out, is just move the velocities around. Give it some deviation even. You could do that, like especially the repetitive parts like this. A slight bit of deviation can help to fix that. So let's go here. Same thing, we're gonna add just a little bit of deviation. And now your notes, especially if you're gonna work with MIDI. Now for the flavoring on it, you can add your own in, but I'm gonna put my room effect that I use on it, which is Valhalla, just to give it some variation or some flavor. So I got my own little horn piece there. We'll see what that does to it. Actually, not that I'm making the song for you, but I'm just gonna put this one here, and I like this one at the end here. This is my favorite one that I did. This one was good, but not as good as this one to me. So we're gonna put that way. That completes this particular session. And now I will save it, because obviously I need to do that. Let me do that right now. Actually collect it all and save. And because I'm putting these all in the same folder, so it doesn't really matter, I just need to name it the same thing. This is going to be session samples number 5. And then I like to put on the end, I like to put the BPM, which is 86 BPM. And then I'm going to put pack number 1. Oops, that didn't work out. Number 1. That way I know these are all going to be in the same pack. Once I pack them together, speaking of pack, I'm not putting it all the way out yet and since I'm doing this one for free, it doesn't really matter. In that essence, you can use those drums and it's not a big deal. On a normal basis, I need to go in and do extra stuff to the drums, but most people don't even use the drums anyway. They'll probably just find their own or sample from the drums, which is fine. So there you go. All right, cool. Let's do another one. Why not? New live set. Looks like I'm here by myself, just fine. I know it's football Sunday. Most people probably watching the games, which I don't blame you. I was just watching a few myself. And usually I'm not making music on Sunday anyway. But since we're already here, I might as well. You guys can watch the live version or the preview of it when the video drops. All right, let's see where we're going. Oh, let me show you what I did since I'm here by myself on the last one. So let's see. Number 4. I think did I do 3 today? No, I did 2. I think I did 1 yesterday. So I'm going to do this one. Okay, so here's one I did. sort of kind of rock, but you can remove those drums and put some hip hop drums in there, and it sounds totally different. I mean, so not totally different, but the idea is that you have this nylon string guitar that I'm playing, this kind of melody here, or this riff here. All right, so then I also have this one. Let's see, yeah, we will save because changed a little bit on that, and I'll fine tune them as I get closer. I'm gonna do 10 sessions, and I have some other ones already kind of done, so I might pull from those too. They sound a little different. I'm hoping to have each session sound very different. That way, it's you're not just getting the same a pack of the same old stuff. So that's kind of funky a little bit and just gives a little different vibe. All right, let's move on to a new session. Oh, no, we don't need to save. So we'll do another session. And this is fun because I'm not trying to create the whole song. I'm just kind of getting a starter for you. And I haven't done starters in a while, I'll be honest. So, because I usually try to complete the whole song. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Cancel. All right, so let's figure out what we're going to do this time. So I've been doing some guitar stuff. I did the harp. Let me see what else. Because I'm not going to give a sample of a sample. That's not cool. So let's go to Analog Lab V and we'll see what I have in the Analog Lab V. And then we'll go from there. So let's go to my sound base. I haven't used pigments in a while, I feel like. So let's see. Let's check some of these packs and see if I got some sounds in here that just inspire me to do something with them. Because I haven't been using this. Let me see if I can turn on MPE. Keyboard settings. Nope. I forgot where the MP is. Nope. Oh, you know what? Yeah, there we go. Probably it's over here. Multi-core, MIDI, nope. Macros, nope. Hmm. Maybe it's in here. I'm looking for the button to turn on MPE, but I'm not seeing it in here. Nope. I'm pretty positive it was in here, but explore, nope. Hey, so weird. I can't find it. Controls, nobody goes open. Keyboard settings. Man, what happened to the MIDI config? Tutorials, home. Huh, I'll have to look that up later, I guess. Weird. All right, let's find some sounds. That is not inspiring me. So let's see. We did some stuff with Myth. There's got to be something in Analog V. I'm just overlooking. Let me take another peek and see if I can find another sound bank maybe that I have not used in a hot minute. I use Nectar too much. Let's go Paradise, see what's in there. So keys. That Mellotron is like let's use these. Try this out. Let's see, what could I do different? This is where I might actually use Harmony Bloom. Let's go to Harmony Bloom. This might actually be fun to try out. So let's go. We'll use a preset, maybe. Shimmering Stones. Secret Flower. That's interesting sounding. Let's record in that part. So we'll just hit 2. So the way I like to use Harmony Bloom is I like to let it run for a little bit, and then I'll switch it at a certain point. So watch. We're gonna do a 16 bar on this one. All right, cool. So this gives me something across the back to start with, and then I can start building on just this. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna go ahead and consolidate this, And then I want to make sure this changes at the right time. So we're gonna have to turn Harmony Bloom off just so we don't have it running in. So I feel like there's a couple notes in there I don't like where the transition happens. So like here, this needs to be out to here. Get rid of this little note here. Let's see how that sounds. That should clean it up. There we go. All right, so when that note hits, what else hits? A note hits here and here. Oops, I'm sorry, here. Nope, here. Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do is blend these notes in a lot lower. Maybe like that. Let's see if that makes a good. There we go. So we just fixed the transition so that it's smoother and less choppy. All right, so now we have a 16 bar loop that we can work with as our first part to this little session, and then we'll just start building from there. All right, let's turn down the mix so that you guys don't get hit with a crazy amount of volume from the mix, because I know it can be loud. So that should be a little bit better on the volume for your end. For me, it doesn't make a difference, but let's put some drums over just to see what that sounds like. So I'm gonna stay in the Black Oyster kit. All right, cool. Now I'm gonna go grab something else to layer, start putting some parts together, and then we'll work on maybe do a bass line and then some drums, and we should be good. That'll be another session. But let me find first what I'm gonna actually use for the piano or chords or something. I'm gonna try Rhodes Anthology. While I do love this plugin a lot, sometimes I can get sick of it. So let me see if I can find something that just feels like. So I definitely needed to sync. Let's go to keyboard on the Osmo so I don't want the MPE stuff happening on this one. All right, let's play and see what key did we use with Harmony Bloom. I forgot to look at that. So we just left it in C chromatic, and I'll show you that if you don't want to use C chromatic, you could change this pretty easy by just highlighting everything and then shifting the notes. So I'll have to do that before I commit, because if I change the chords, it may not fit, right? So to make it work, we'll keep it the same, but the same rhythmic pattern, but we'll change it to fit the scale so that it sounds like whatever I play. But I haven't figured that out yet. Let me play it and see if I can vibe with it. Oh wait, I already know I kind of want to change the scale. So let me go get And I need to do some jazz stuff too. I haven't even done that, but I've been doing just some different type vibes here. Let me see on my user stuff, some chords, late jazz R&B. We'll go with that. Let's just see what that brings me. We'll put some scalar in here and see if I can get some chords. Why is it? Okay, there we go. Oh, it should be. I don't know if it got off or what's going on. Let's see, settings menu. I like it to go across all of the, yeah, I like it to bind to all of them. Save as default, please. Okay, cool. Okay, let's try something, see what we got. I don't want to look at scalar. I just want to use it. Okay, so since we know, or I know, I should say, I want to use this particular key or scale, and it's saying that it's F sharp, B or G flat minor. So we'll go F sharp minor since it says it up here. I'm gonna not lock. I'm gonna put the scale up here, F sharp minor. This way I know at least what it's in when I'm working on it. Right? And now this needs to be changed. Remember I said we would have to change this at some point. This will be the time. Since we already locked the scale, we gotta lock the scale across everything. Should be F sharp minor. Okay, so now the scale is locked here. I'm about to lock it. Should be on this one. Click in here, and then we'll select all, and I'm just going to fit it to scale. So it's gonna move it. All right, so now it should be fit to scale. Okay, I'm gonna mute this for now. It's not making me feel the vibe right, so I gotta change up. All right, something else I noticed too on scalar. Hold on, let me do this. I've said this and preached this and still forget to do it every time. Let me just double check. Yeah, here we go. So human, you gotta put that both on. Okay, I got an idea. Let's start here. Let's record some chords. All right, stop that, and we'll take it down the What in the world? Hold up a second. Why is it just Scalar wigging on me? I'm serious, Scalar must be tripping. I'm gonna have to just play it. It used to just record the chords. For some reason, it's not recording the chords. It's just recording the single notes, which is weird. All right, I'm ready. I'm just gonna play it without doing it that way. Okay. So there is that. Just some simple chords. We'll pull them over here. I want to make another part to these chords, which is going to be a little different. So let me see. Okay, I figured it out. Let's do it. What the heck? It's weird. All right, try that again. It's messing up. Let me catch a beat. Oh my gosh. I completely forgot what I was doing for a second there. Moments like these. All right. This part is actually decent. But I feel like it needs another part to that. I don't know why it just. All right, let's do this last part. Hopefully, it won't keep doing this weirdo stuff. Okay. That part, then this part, and then we put them together. I can't remember which one I like in front or behind. Let me try this part here. See what it sounds like. Okay, I could dig it. All right, let's fix. There's something in here I don't like, which is this. Some of these notes are a little bit too bright and there, and then maybe grab them all and then bring them down just a little bit. There we go. That's much better. And we'll lock them in like that. And here's the second part. So we'll have the first 8, which could be used as the main, and then these. And then we will have. I'm still skeptical on whether I'm going to use this. I may actually just delete it and just play something in without it. Because now that I kind of know what chords I'm in or scale I'm in, I can just work from there. And I've shown this before. This app is really nice. I wish she would update it though, because there's some of these chords that don't, they're missing. Oh, here's the Hungarian minor. Maybe it got updated. I haven't used it in a while. But anyway, you just hit the lock to the keyboard and it'll lock it automatically. And we are definitely not in major. So I'm not sure why it's put in major. Okay, now it's fixed. Whatever. We're definitely minor. So it locked it to the keyboard scale. And now if you go back up here, you should be able to. Oops. All right, I like that. Okay, I don't like this first part at all. Hmm. I think right there is where I'm going to start. Let me see. Yeah. All right, cool. And then I will play another one. So let's start recording. All right. There's that part. So we'll interlock or link those together. So this is kind of like a little ear candy, I would call it. It's not necessarily, so you can use this to accompany it or pick and choose your sample off of it and then add your own little flavor by chopping it up. But I just played a little rhythmic part in the scale because you may only want to use a small segment or you may want a couple different. This gives you 16 bars of me playing it in different ways, and it's not like this same old thing all the way across the board so that you can mix up the way you attack your song or make your music. All right, so drums, let's get that in. What are we using on drums? That's fine. I do like this old school kind of funk feel. Um, what is this? Soft. I like that. Perfect. Doesn't take much. Just something real simple. And then we'll just duplicate that. Actually, oops. Duplicate that. Just we'll make it four in a row, and then we'll maybe put some fill or some dropout or something in there. So I'm thinking Maybe drop that out, and then I'll throw a fill over the backtrack here, and that'll kind of be what it is. Give me something that's a little more fancy. Maybe not fancy, but something like that. Let's see what it. I like that. All right, cool. And I'll fix that because I don't like the stick at the beginning, but I do like the rest of it. Close that down from here. I like this tail end. You know what? I think it's still playing. Hold on a second. It is. Turn the sync off so I can hear it just with this. All right, cool. So this is not even. Hold up a second. Okay, we got to take this little one off here. Perfect. And then we will throw that on to this end. So now we have together. We'll leave this one. We'll leave it all separate. That way I know what I did. And then if I have to go back. All right, I'll make this baseline. Just so I remember what the key is, because my brain keeps forgetting what key am I in. We'll take the keyboard and copy it and put it on the bass track too. Maybe we will. If it'll paste, and it's not, so I'll have to go grab one. Keyboard, monitor. Cool. Open that up and lock the scale. Why does it keep going back to major? It makes no sense whatsoever. This is minor. Okay. All right, so we're locked in just so I can remember what notes. I kind of think I have it, but. So maybe. Okay, so. Okay, got it. So let's play and see what I come up with. I want something not too busy, but just enough to give you, just to fill the groove, in other words. So we started with a out of note key here, which is a D. So let's just see. So the cheater's way would be just to grab this on this section. We could do it even faster than that, actually, if we just do this. Okay, and then we're going to change. I always start changing the color first. We'll rename this to base. 1, and then we'll call the second part bass 2. So that way it looks different. And I'll change everything in it in a second here. 2. And then inside of here, we just got to get rid of all these extra unwanted notes. So I'll start up top and we'll just get rid of all that. Get rid of these. Yes. All right, so these are just like long extended notes. So we got to figure out the rhythm we want to play them in. And you can do stuff like that. But that's not what I wanted to do. I actually feel like I just want to play this, be honest, but I gotta get rid of some of these and see. This one I might not play. I think I'm gonna play the first one just because there's less changes going on. We gotta leave that one. Let me see how the second part sounds up here. Yeah, so I feel like the first part, since the chords are so simple and it's a lot less changing going on in there, I'm gonna play something different for that. And the other parts I'll leave the same. So let me do that now. Let me think. All right, so I know the first chord, so. Okay, I got that part down. I'm memorizing parts is what I'm doing so I can play them. F sharp, so we're gonna go F sharp. Bring it back to B. Okay, so the octave. Okay, I'm gonna play it now. I think I got it. Yeah, I'm off on a note. Couple notes actually at the end. Let's go here. So that I like that part. Let's see. This is the part where I get off on the end. Okay, so let me go look at the notes because I forgot to memorize them. So back to F sharp, and then we go to C sharp. Okay, got it. So we go back to F sharp. What note am I playing here? G sharp. I'm just playing a wrong note in general. Okay, so F sharp. Then I'm going to play the fifth. So I'm going to go. Fifth would be the fifth would be C sharp. And that should be the last note too that I'm headed to. So I'm playing the fifth. Then I need to go back to C sharp. So this note can go, get out of here. Back to C sharp. But I'm going to play this one a little lower. See, I'm going to drop that. Sometimes you can go above it, but I'm going to drop it a little bit. Go C sharp. Right there. Let's see. Let's just see how that sounds. Yeah. Because it's just dragging it, the drums are going to drop out. We're just going to set it there. Bring this down just a little more. And I think I like it there. And then we should jump into that. I'm not a fan of this octave I did up here. So I'm going to bring it back down an octave. Maybe go an octave below or something. Let me just see how that sounds. I like that. That's a little better. Much better. Okay, I like it. So this is kind of more R&B um, vibe, but it's cool. It'll go in the sample pack that's for free. So you guys can take it and build on it, cut it up, chop it, flip it, whatever you want to do. Has a little, not really, I wouldn't call it a melody, but maybe it's a melody with these bells. It's kind of cool. And let's save it because we have to do that. So this was fun because I'm adding to these sessions. Session sample number 6, I believe, and then we are in pack number 1. Number 6, pack number 1. I got to put the BPM in there. So BPM is 75 BPM. Now I could put the F sharp minor in there, but yeah, why not? We'll do it. We'll do it this time. If I actually use a scale that I really know and I'm using it throughout, then I'll put the key in there just to know. But it's nice when you're sampling to do your own thing and not even worry about the key and just listen to the music and use your ears to build your song. So I'm still alone. Looks like I had somebody jump in and jump out, but that's cool. Hey, I think everybody that came to and pressed the like button, it definitely helps. This is a longer session than what I was gonna do, but what's fun about it is that you're getting to see some of the packs and hear some of the samples. And then once I finish everything with these 10 sessions, then I'll put it out for free for anybody who subs. You just feel free to use them and take bits and pieces and parts and whatever. And yeah, it's fun. It's a fun project to do, something different than building an album, which I've been doing for the last 3 years. So this is my first time trying this, and I'll probably get decent at it. It does take time to do this, so if you can at least sub and support the channel that way, and if you can buy the albums that I do, even if you don't like every song on it, it's the idea of supporting the channel. It's $3 per album. I think I have 11 albums, so you can get them all for like 33 bucks. Pretty cheap. I'm not asking a lot because I know not everything on every album is somebody's cup of tea. But if you can do anything, that's cool. If not, I understand. All right, no pressure. So there we go. So that's that. And I think this is where I'm going to end this video today. So I enjoyed it. It was nice meeting my only new person that came in, at least, the Observer of Thoughts. Dope name. And I'll see you guys on the next video.